market adoption faster than anything that we can point our finger at in the history of the human race. So
my heavy shit coins, no more Bitcoin, no more Bitcoin.
See you guys in a few minutes. You already know the deal. Gonna play a little music. We're gonna wait a few minutes, wait for everybody to shuffle in before I get started. You know, once I get started, I can't stop. So I'll see you guys soon.
I find it hard to sell them, I find them hard to hold. I joined the Telegram to ask the question, tell me when. Where's my Lambo? Where's my Lambo? Where's my Lambo? Where's my Lambo?
Hey, hey, hey. I'm not fucking leaving. You know what? I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. This is my home. They're gonna need a fucking wrecking ball to take me out of here. They're gonna need to send in the National Guard a fucking SWAT team. 'Cause I ain't going nowhere. That's a scam. Be connected. That's a scam. What am I gonna do?
adoption faster.
What am I gonna do?
I'm just a moon boy, looking for a rocket. A coin that knows how to move without ever dropping. It's gotta be below $1. I'll set my limit order. When you hit $100, I'll be so glad I bought ya. If you need money, just do it. Ride it, my party, my rockets. Waiting, come in, jump on it. If you need money, just do it. Ride it, my party, my rockets. Waiting, come in, jump on it.
Sup, guys? How's it going? And welcome back to another episode. All right, another happy hump day live stream. You already know how we do out here. same old, you know, just go crazy. What am I on? I'm just high on life. You know what I mean? The same old, same old. I'm high on many things, but definitely life. In fact, I completely forgot. I always forget to bring Mr. Lambo out. Let me bring up Lambo. I should have had him ready. I know you guys have been waiting for him. You guys wait for him every Wednesday. He's a real star of the show. So we got him back there. All right, now we're ready. Now we can start. Now we can get to work, all right? In fact, there you go. That's a lot better. Now we know what we're working with. Now we know what's going on out here. So, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to all of you guys out there. Everyone that made it here early, that just got here. You know, everyone from Blueberry to Expat at Large to Elijah to who else is out there? Mega Shredder and everybody else. We got a huge crowd. Not sure, Citizen Lou, everybody. So, not sure how many... people are going to be watching today, because today we're going to be talking about something that, well, people still don't want to listen to and don't care about until it's way too late. And that's fine. That's okay. I get it. I understand. I'm still going to be making these videos no matter what. I used to be making videos talking about these topics that I'm going to be talking about today on a regular basis, on basically almost a daily basis. And nobody, well, how about this? Some of you guys listened. Some of you guys didn't listen, and so on and so forth. I remember just a few months ago when Bitcoin, and Dogecoin, and these things were making their run up, and they were doing their thing. This past summer, people were out there asking me at the high. All right, remember Bitcoin was $3,000 about a year and a half ago, give or take. All right, and people were not interested then, but as soon as Bitcoin got past $60,000, that's when everybody wanted to buy in. And they're asking me, I was like, first of all, yeah, but then they were asking me, hey, should I buy Bitcoin now at $60,000? And I'm like, no, not now. You should have bought it at $3,000. Now, I know that most people didn't buy it that low, but still, when Bitcoin got to $60-something thousand, and around the time that Elon Musk went to Saturday Night Live and all that shit, and then we dumped, and it dumped, that was the time to buy again. You know what I mean? That was the other time. Now, no one is really asking me now, and no one's going to ask me. In fact, no one's going to ask me until we get to 100, 150K, 200K. When I start seeing, again, people asking me, hey, how do I buy Bitcoin at 200K? When I hear grandma talking about Bitcoin and Dogecoin again, I already know that's the time to sell. That's the top. But what am I even talking about? I know a lot of you guys don't even know what the hell I'm even talking about here. You guys are, what do you mean buy, sell, high, low, Bitcoin? What is all this stuff? I mean, look, guys, I've already told you, and in fact, it says it literally in the description of today's video. What is it? Not the description, the title of today's live stream. Basically, I asked the question, are you guys getting rich or are you guys staying poor? And that's it. You know what I mean? It's basically that. I started very poor, and I am not rich. I'm still not rich. But I am not poor anymore. I'm definitely not poor anymore. Thank God for that. And a lot of you guys, you guys aren't rich, but you're definitely not poor anymore. And for those that are still poor, you know what I mean? Whatever the hell that means. Remember, there's a lot of definitions to that. But anyone out there, that's still kind of suffering with all that, I mean, there are options for you, man. There are tons of options for you. But are you going to take these options? Are you going to actually do something about it? Or are you guys just going to continue, hey, woe is me, yada, yada, yada. No one helps me. No one cares. No one this, all of these things. You know what I mean? So, we're going to be talking about all that and then some. In fact, so today, I wanted to talk about that. I was actually going to talk about other stuff, but I figured, I think this is a great thing to talk about at the moment. There's a lot to talk about when it comes to crypto, and now is the time to really bring this up, because the reality is that, it's still early. At this point where we are now, it's still kind of early. as early as you can be once you're late. All right, I don't know if that makes any sense, but regardless, you know what I mean, we're now about to start seeing that other pump, you know, the pump into the stratosphere. In fact, let me see if I can bring up some, a little price here so you guys can get an idea. We're not going to just talk about Bitcoin today. We're going to be talking about a bunch of things. Today, just Bitcoin happens to be the main subject. Sorry about that. Today, what is it like? Bitcoin is going to be like the main kind of subject. You know what I mean? But not just Bitcoin. It's about protecting your wealth. It's about getting rich. All right, whatever the fuck that means. All right, and I'm not talking about a get rich quick scheme. We're not talking about anything like that. No, we're talking about learning the tricks of the trade, learning what the rich people really do. We're just gonna be doing what the rich people do. All right, not what they tell you to do. No, what they do. So let's just go with like someone like Nancy Pelosi. All right, I don't care. By the way, Nancy Pelosi, Trump, they're all the same shit. Don't get me started. But the point is that there's like a Twitter account or some sort of Instagram account or some sort of internet account that basically follows all of the moves that Pelosi makes. So even though she and other politicians can't really get involved in the stock market, they do whatever they want. Remember, rules for thee, not for me. Basically she's out there getting rich off of your back. So if you know what stocks she's picking, what she's selling, what she's buying, what she is doing to get rich, well, wouldn't you want to know wouldn't you be doing the same thing? Wouldn't you be following what they're doing, since they have all the insider knowledge, all the trade secrets, all that stuff? Of course you would. So that's kind of like where we're at now. You know what I mean? Where we're at the point now where, this is all very blatant and very in your face, and everybody can now, learn how to not be poor, because that's basically where it's at. It's not necessarily about being rich. All right, remember, we've talked about that many times on this channel, and that can take many connotations. There's a lot of ways into what rich really means per se. All right, but that's not what we're talking about here at the moment. It's more about just making sure you're not poor, making sure you can eat, making sure you can have a roof over your head, making sure you survive everything that's coming your way. All right, and that's it. You know what I mean? So we're going to be talking a lot about that. Bitcoin just happens to be one of those vehicles in which you can park your money safely. But again, I talk about it all the time. We have these things called silver and gold. All right, so you guys can get yourself some silver, some gold, some property, start a business. There's a bunch of things that you can do in order to protect your wealth. All right, and we're going to be learning how to do that. We're going to be learning how to, how do I say this? We're going to be doing the basics, okay? Learning the basics as to what you need to start learning and start, doing for yourself in order to get over that hump of knowledge and start getting to, where you want to be. So LECP asked me a great question. He goes, what is richness for you, Jose? Again, it's all about quality of life. Everybody has a different measure of what rich means. In my personal opinion, rich is, again, where I don't have to worry about my bills, where I don't got to worry about, paycheck to paycheck. I don't got to worry about how I'm going to get the money to do this or that. Rich to me is having the ability to pay my bills, having the ability to, again, yesterday, Tuesday, I was at the beach. All right, let me put that in perspective to you. You know what I mean? Like if all of a sudden I got some friends that are visiting and they say, hey, let's go to the beach. Let's go to the beach. I'm not that person like a lot of you guys are, where I can't go because I got work. It's a Tuesday. It's a this, it's a that, it's a whatever. All these excuses, which are valid, I get it. But I put myself in a position where I am rich in life. Rich in life. That's my number one, thing here. And so that's why I'm able to just not just go to the beach, but have these live streams and talk to you guys about these things, okay? And yes, by the way, LECP, yeah, I know you're asking a lot of questions, but I ask all those questions. I answer them all the time. And basically, yes, of course I feel rich. That's what I'm telling you right now. I feel rich in life. You know what I mean? Rich in many things. So let me answer a few questions. I feel like there's a few people asking me some things there. Let me just go through them. But But yeah, we're at that point now where people are not necessarily laughing anymore or laughing so much at these things, you know, these cryptocurrencies or these conspiracies or whatever you want to call them, you know, as we move forward. LECP says, can you, he goes, Jose, can I come and visit you in Merida? Well, you can come to Merida. I don't know about visit me. If you're here and I happen to be throwing one of those meetups, yeah, sure, you're more than welcome to join. But I don't do any more personal meetups with anybody, all right? Unless I personally know you, all right? And that's it. I'm done. And there's so many people that are constantly reaching out to me to say hi, to meet up, and I just can't anymore. I just don't have any more time. So there's other ways in which you can meet me. And again, we talk about that on the other channel. So if you guys want to know what it's like to live richly in Mexico, you know what I mean? To live a rich life in Mexico, check out all the links below and you can see my channel. All right. So let me see. Buenos dias, amigo. He came from Walmart. You know, okay. I'm just reading a few. Okay, all right. I just want to read some of the comments before they get too ahead of me, and then I can't reach out to them. Okay. So let's just get into it. Okay. So look, guys, this is where we're at right now. Look at the national debt clock, and it doesn't really matter what country you're in. It's kind of like the same for everybody and the same. So like, for example, the U.S., their debt clock, okay, right now is at basically $29 trillion. And a lot of people always ask, well, who do we owe that money to? The reality is that we owe that money mostly to the rest of the world. And again, people ask, well, how come the rest of the world doesn't tell the U.S., hey, pay your debt, hey, give me my money, hey, stop making me poor? And it's very simple, because the U.S. will just come to your country, you know, with the army, and they're going to spread democracy all over your face. All right, so that's why a lot of countries don't really, call the U.S. on this debt. But the thing is, as you know, time is rolling forward here, as we're getting into the 2020s, we're seeing that the U.S. doesn't have the power it used to be to enforce these mandates, these laws, you got to use the petrodollar, you got to use our US dollar, you have to do this, you have to do that. They're losing that on a daily basis. It's getting, they're getting weaker on that sense. In fact, you're seeing countries like El Salvador, which never in a million years would they have been able to do something like this. But you're seeing countries like El Salvador and other countries say, hey, you know what, we're not going to use the dollar anymore, or we're going to get around the dollar by using another currency, okay? Usually that doesn't end well. Anytime that a country says, hey, we're going to use we're going to use gold or silver or whatever in order for you to purchase, oil or purchase goods from us, the U.S. comes a knocking. And they say, oh no, sir. Oh no, Mr. Country, you cannot do that. You have to do everything in dollars. And so, we're starting to see a lot of, the end of that. It's still going to take a while. But in the meantime, right now, again, we are in the roaring 2020s. If you know anything about the roaring 1920s, all right, the roaring 20s, the original, all right, the original, then you can kind of get an idea as to where we're going with this. Right now, the reason I bring up so much the Wolf of Wall Street, and I talk about the Wolf of Wall Street so much, and I talk about, that whole world that was in the 80s and, was a big part of American culture, is because we're living that right now. Basically, almost everybody out there has the ability to just pick up your phone, and on your phone, you're able to trade stocks. On your phone, you're able to trade cryptocurrency. On your phone, you're able to move and digital assets. You're able to own things. You're able to do things, all right? NFTs, I can go on and on. Let alone on your desktop computer, let alone if you got your own server, let alone if you have all these other added, pieces of technology to your thing. But at the end of the day, all you need to do, all you really need to do is, like I said, just have a phone, and then have the phone, and then have the want and the desire to literally learn how to do a little bit of trading, learn how to take advantage of this. Again, you don't have to be an expert trader. You don't got to be an expert anything. You just need to learn the basics. And again, just go as far as you're willing, to risk. So if you don't know too much, don't be trading Bitcoin. Don't be trading shit coins. Don't be trading all these assets that you have no idea what they're at or even how to trade or anything like that. You're just gambling and you're going to lose. What you need to be doing is learning why you need to have these, learning what they are, learning about all of this stuff. Learn, knowledge. And all of a sudden, you're going to be in a great position where you're going to just be accumulating things like, I don't know, Bitcoin, gold, silver, what have you. And all of a sudden, you will be, set in a really, really good spot for yourself, meaning that, again, if you would have bought Bitcoin a long ass fucking time ago when you first heard about it and you first heard about all of the things that we're going through right now, you would be in a really good position. All right. And it's just like anything else. It's like if you would have bought, food and water and toilet paper and a bunch of these survival things, all right, during, before the pandemic. Well, guess what? When the pandemic started, you would have had, tons of supplies that came in very handy. And that's all we're kind of talking about here. Right now, as you guys can see here, that the national debt is going into oblivion, that they are printing money. Here, let me give it to you guys a little bit more visceral, okay? Maybe you guys can understand it with this. Let me see. Can I make this bigger? I don't know if I can. To make this a little bigger so you guys can see. Zoom. Okay. So check that out there. Look at that list, guys. Okay, look at where we're at now. Okay. So look at how the top 10%. Okay, this is in the U.S. All right. Is this total wealth or is this the world? Okay, I think this is the world. Okay, this is the world. Okay. Look at this. Look at the top 10%, okay? And especially look at the list down here where we're at, okay? Ever since like the economic crash of 2008, okay? Look at the 2008, okay? You can see right here on the list, okay? Look at 2008, 2007, 2008, okay? You see a little downturn, and ever since that day, ever since that moment when they started printing money and printing, look at where we're at now. Look at how much. Look, all the printing, and then we had the virus. Right here, you see a little dip right there? That little bitty dip. These little dips right here, this is the V-shaped recovery. Remember, this is the virus right here. So we had a little dip. So if you guys were following this stuff a few years ago, like I was talking about it, right here, this little dip right here, this was supposed to be the beginning of the fall. Okay, but what did they do? What they did is that they started printing into oblivion, and you see like that little dip. Remember, the only ones that are feeling this are you can see it more viscerally is in the rich, because you see how the rich lost some money, but then they gained money. They lost a little bit of money. This is the beginning of the virus right here, and then look at all the money they've gained. Basically, all the money printing, all the money that has been printed is going only to a small group of people, as you guys can see here. All right, now look at the middle class. This is basically where most of us are in. Okay, look at, did the middle class really do any better? Not really. Okay, look where we're at now. Okay, and it did that little bit of a bump up. You see a little bump, but then everybody else, the bottom 50%, bottom 50, that's basically half the people out there. Look at where they're at. Look at that, has not moved. That has not moved since 1995. All right, we're basically in the same spot. And most of you guys, I know most of us want to think that we're in that top 50, like in the middle 50%, but the reality is that most of us are down here. Most of us are down here, all right? And so when right now what we're seeing is that we're seeing the largest wealth transfer in human history. We're seeing it. The green line is the rich people getting richer. The red line is you and me getting poorer, okay? And so when I tell you guys about protecting your wealth and protecting your money and protecting the few little things that you have, the real thing is that, for example, as things like gold, silver, property, Bitcoin, these things go up in price, well, everything else is going up in price. So you are able to trade that expensive Bitcoin for some expensive bread, water, food, shelter, whatever you got to, trade it for. While most people out there that are only holding dollars, okay? While most people out there that are only holding these things right here, these dollar bills, y'all, these are not going to increase in value. In fact, these things are losing value, and as everything else gets more expensive and these things get less valuable, you need more and more and more of these in order to purchase the same fucking things that you purchase all the time. Coffee, water, gasoline, shelter, whatever, rent, you name it. But again, right now, you know what I mean, as everything is going up in price, I don't feel it because, well, most of my money is in other assets that are also going up in price. So therefore, you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm able to purchase these things and I'm not really losing any value. At worst, things are becoming cheaper for me. You know what I mean? I mean, at best, things are getting cheaper for me. At worst, things cost the same, but they're not costing more. No way, no how, because I don't have any dollars. In fact, this is the only fucking dollar I own. Literally, this is the only dollar I own. It's like a little souvenir I have here in my wallet. All right. And then the pesos that I have, you know, which is the currency that I use out here in Mexico, I only keep what I need to keep on me. So this is what I have in my pocket at the moment. This is 25, 30, so about 30 something dollars. All right. That's it. That's it. You know what I mean? And when I need to exchange and I need to get more of these paper currencies in order to transact in the economy, I trade some of my actual things that are valuable, aka some Bitcoin, silver, you name it, and I trade it and I get the right price. So for example, this silver coin, when I first bought this, I bought this coin for like $15, and today I can trade this for like around $30 to $35. Okay? So you see, like, and I bought this just a few years ago. I did not buy this a long time ago. I bought this here in Mexico. So I bought this, let's say 2 years ago, and 2 years ago this was $15, okay? And now I can trade it for, you know, again, the double that, $30, all right? So this is doubled in price, but a lot of things have doubled in price, all right? You follow me? So all of a sudden I can trade this, and sure, I might not be making money, but hey, at the very least, I preserved my wealth. So when I bought this at $15, well, guess what? Today, it's worth $30 now. I know things are worth double, but it preserved the wealth. As opposed to if I would have kept my money in dollars, if I would have kept $15 for a few years, well, today that $15 is worth $7.50, and whatever I'm trying to buy is $30. You see, so it's gone. So now it's even more expensive. All right, so. I mean, that's why you need to learn about these things. You know, eventually, once you get really good at learning about all this stuff, then you can maybe learn and dabble in doing some trading. But again, this is gambling. That's why I don't do the trading. It's gambling. Now, it's like anything else. You can become a professional gambler and be very good at it. You can be, you know, like the Wolf on Wall Street and know what you're doing. Like, for example, look, let me give you an example. So right now, we're about to enter the next bull run, okay? The next, we're about to enter the next bull market, bull run. And what do I mean? Okay, so if you know anything about trading, stocks, what have you, a bear market is when prices are going down. A bull market is when prices are going up. So we're about to enter another major bull market, okay? And it's not just for Bitcoin and crypto, but everything, you know, in that space, okay? In the alternative currency space, in the alternative, you know, whatever. And again, that includes gold and silver, but we're talking about crypto for a minute now. So right now, if you're in the gambling mood, again, none of this shit is financial advice. Please, for the love of God, do your own research, figure it out, you know, watch channels like me and others so you can start getting an idea, get your feet on the ground and start figuring it out. But at the end of the day, you need to do your own research and do your own work and do your own everything, right? So, like when it comes to crypto at the moment, okay, you can simply put your money, you know what I mean? You can just buy Bitcoin, and buying Bitcoin, okay, or Ethereum or something like that would be the equivalent right now of buying a blue chip stock, like buying IBM, Amazon, Apple, you know, things that are going to continue going up. By the way, I'm focusing on crypto at the moment, but you can also trade stocks right now. Right now, we're living in La La Land. We're living in, they're printing money into oblivion. They keep printing. The more they print, as long as they keep printing money, everything's going to keep going up. All right. And by the way, things are going to keep going up no matter what, but that's another story. But as long as they keep printing money, the things are going to go up. So the more they print, the more, any of these things are going to go up in value. And again, it's not just cryptocurrency. I'm also talking about stocks, Apple stock, Amazon stock, Google stock, IBM, Coca-Cola, whatever the fuck, whatever. It's all going up for the most part. And it's because, again, what I told you, everything is going up in price because they keep printing dollars, therefore making everything more expensive. You need more dollars to purchase these same things. But what I'm trying to get at, what I'm trying to tell you is that, a lot of people out there, they're not satisfied with just putting their money in things like gold and silver and Bitcoin because they want to make a quick buck. They want to make money. In fact, some people are poor, like very poor, and they only have $100, and they would love it if they can turn that $100 into $100,000. And you can turn that $100 into $100,000 many ways. Number one, you can buy a lottery ticket. Number two, you can go to Vegas and bet on something and maybe turn that into $100,000. You can also bet on the stock market. Now, it's not gonna, get to 100K very quickly. It's gonna take a long time. We're talking about quick money makers, right? This is what people are interested in. But the main way in which people are becoming rich overnight is by simply looking at this market here, the crypto market, and picking the next new thing. This is why I keep bringing up the Wolf of Wall Street. If you guys remember, I wish I could play scenes from the movie. I wish I could play things about that movie, but I can't. They don't allow me. Anyways, but the point I'm making is that if you watch a Wolf of Wall Street and you love that movie and you know what's going on there, back then, the equivalent of the crypto world, it was the penny stocks. And you remember at the very beginning, before he had when he was still trading out of that garage at the beginning of the movie, and he was still making his team and doing all that, one of the things that he would do is that he would sell regular people like you guys penny stocks. All right. And these penny stocks, like I said, he was talking to people and be like, oh yes, there's a new company out here, Arteaga International, and they're selling missiles and airplanes and this and that, and they're like the most technologically advanced company in the world, blah, 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 blah. And then you would see a picture and it was an outhouse that said Arteaga, Aero whatever, and basically, a lot of people that wanted to make some quick money, they would, or they got tricked into it, like same as is happening today. They would give money to people like Leonardo DiCaprio. They would put it into this penny stock, this fake company, this company that existed, but it was really nothing there. And then all of a sudden, they would lose their money. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. You're seeing a lot of projects, tons. Remember, there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of projects that are following that same MO. Now, just like back then, you might get a group of people that all are going to invest in Aerotime Technologies, and then all of a sudden everybody kind of put their money in there, pump the stock, and then sell out, and then dump it on the poor unsuspecting loser out there that bought at the top. It's the same thing that's happening now with many cryptocurrencies, okay? It happened with Dogecoin. People bought Dogecoin under a penny. Elon Musk and others, brought it up all the way to 60 something cents, and then dumped it on everybody, and people were buying it at 60 cents, and now it's at 20 cents, so they lost 2/3 of their money. All right? Now, if you bought it under a penny, you made money no matter where you sold it. You feel me? And if you were part of that group, you sold it at the top, and you made hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars. So the same thing is happening right now with many projects, okay? So for example, the other day, I had a client of mine, he paid me not in dollars, not in Bitcoin, not in silver, or not in pesos. No, he paid me in a brand new coin called Doge Girlfriend. Yeah, hold on. I need a sound effect for that one, because he told me about that.
Bruh.
I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I mean, what am I going to do with that? But as he told me about Doge's girlfriend, you know what I mean? You know, that new token, the new cryptocurrency, the new whatever, I was thinking, you know, he made a lot of sense. And at the end of the day, it's basically the same thing that we're talking about here. It's one of these penny stocks, it's one of these whatever. And, you know, putting your money into this, just like if you put your money into any other, like if you're putting into Shiba Inu, if you're putting it into, you know, any one of these, you know, shit coins, you know, let me see if I can find like super duper shit coins. Let's just click on number 5 here. Some super shit coins here. You put it into Ampleforth. You put it into ADA pad and fucking, you get what I'm, Erorogo or whatever, any one of these shit coins, you know, you have a very high chance in which one of these coins or projects could make you a millionaire or you lose all your money. And it's again, it's all about, you get what I'm saying? It's literally all about, damn, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. But, yeah. You know, right now what's going on is that if you do research, if you do your research, you can find that some of these projects are actual projects actually doing something, and they're just, you know, getting funds in order to fund their project going forward. Like, for example, Cardano for the longest time, and so many projects, EOS, I can go on and on and on and on and on. But at the end of the day, you know, right now, a lot of these projects, they're just creating a project, creating a website, creating a this, creating a that. And some of them will be around for the long haul, will be around in the future. Some of them won't. But regardless, it doesn't matter. So, for example, my friend gave me, you know, he paid me, you know what I mean, in Doge's girlfriend. And the reason I accepted it is only because he said, I'm going to pay you double. I'm like, all right, fuck it. And so at first I didn't want to get it because, as MPT says, you can't even find Doge's girlfriend on any exchange. You can't even buy this shit yet. And so then I told myself, okay, I know this movie. I played this game before. I know what's going on with this. I know that whoever can go out there and get this coin, they're gonna, you know, and sacrifices a few bucks and takes the major risk in, you know, getting this coin, all right? They're gonna pay off dividends. Now, will Doge's girlfriend be around in 5 years, and will it be the master coin that's gonna take over Dogecoin and other coins? I don't know, probably not. But that's not the point. The point is that at the very least, if you know that a coin could get to 100,000% increase, all right, and all you got to do is get in early, then you're probably gonna figure out a way to get in early. It's just like the same thing. It's like if you're watching a football game, the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills, and you know that, you know, the Miami Dolphins are going to have major injuries that game, and they're not going to be able to play the game correctly and probably get their ass kicked by Buffalo Bill, you're going to put all your money on Buffalo. Now, it's still a gamble, and the Dolphins can still win with all this horrible shit going on, but at the end of the day, you know, it's a bet, all right? You know, you are literally risking your money. You are literally you know, taking a major gamble and all this other stuff. So to me, you know, when I got offered this coin, it's like, well, this is probably not something I was going to go out of my way to go get. But now that my friend paid me with this, I have it, and I have it sitting there, and I see it going up in price, and I see that it's going up in price, and it's still, you can't buy it. I'm thinking, oh wow, this is gonna be cool. I'm gonna be able to make a few bucks off of this. You know what I mean? So I mean, that's why I'm telling you guys, because it's not about that coin in particular. It's about so many other coins. And so whenever you're out there investing in any one of these shit coins, whatever the fuck it is, the potential of it being something, a major project, is tiny, but the potential of you actually making some money on just a pump and dump is very high. And again, guys, you don't have to just do crypto. There's, like right now, if you go to this thing called Wall Street Bets, I don't know if you've heard of Wall Street Bets. Wall Street Bets does the same exact thing that I'm just telling you about right now, but they do it with the stock market. They did it with AMC, they did it with GameStop, they did it with, you know what I mean? And they're continuing to do that, but they're realizing that that system is so manipulated, so taken over by the government. They're just basically not allowed to do what they really want to do, because the government steps in and says, hey, you got to stop. You can't become a millionaire. We got to protect the millionaire's money, and we got to make sure that you stay poor. And so That's why a lot of people are learning the horrible truth about trading stocks, and on top of that, you know, all the capital gains tax and everything that comes with that. So a lot of people are figuring this out the hard way, the difficult way, through trial and error, and then they still want to trade, they still want to make that money, they still want to do these things. So that's when they start learning about crypto and moving into the crypto space, because in the crypto space, you can pump, you can dump, you can do all of these fucking things. And if you do it right, no one will ever even know that you're doing it. You can do it anonymously. You can do it. This technology is amazing. You know, you can do it on decentralized exchanges. You can do it off the grid. You can do it off so many things. And even if you're connected, you know, there's a lot of things in your favor. You know, I know so many people that have made millions and millions of dollars in tokens, and they lose it in a boating accident. You know what I mean? Those poor guys, you know, and you know, if you lose your coins in a boating accident, well, I mean, the government can't tax you on it, can they? And I could go on and on. You know what I mean? So, I mean, there's a huge benefit to the whole crypto market. That's why that's why you're seeing the governments are trying to regulate this and trying to take control over it, but they can't, because the minute that they say, hey, this is illegal, we're going to really regulate, we're going to this or that, then that's when everybody flocks there. Again, whenever they made drugs illegal, people are not using less drugs today. People are using more drugs today than any other point. So if they make this shit illegal, all right, and everybody already knows what's going on because everybody's watching YouTube videos, everybody sees the money printer go burr, everybody's seeing everything that's going on, people are going to very quickly realize, oh, wait a minute, they're banning this? That means it's good. We got to go get some. You get what I'm saying? That's simple as that. As simple as that. So, you know, right now with what's happening with the crypto stuff, you know, this is the way to not just secure your wealth, but make sure that certain prying eyes and certain people out there don't know that you even have that wealth. All right, and you can protect that wealth, and I can go on and on. You know what I mean? So, you know, the whole crypto space, again, it's a whole gamble right now. If you don't want to gamble, just buy Bitcoin. If you do want to gamble, then, you know, get things like Doge's girlfriend or Shiba Inu or whatever other shit coin of the day is out there. Again, I'm all for it. I mean, Dogecoin was a shit coin until it's not a shit coin. You get what I'm saying? And the same thing with all this stuff. You know, now that we see, like, for example, Dogecoin was a laughing stock. Dogecoin was just a thing that people were like, didn't understand. It was a meme coin. It was a whole thing. A few months later, about a year later, now we have a whole meme coin ecosystem. All right, we have in fact, I'll show you just so you can get an idea of how many Doge derivatives there are out there. All right, or Doge wannabes. Okay, see, oh, look at this, Dogecoin, what is it? Doge Mars, Ren Doge, Doge Fi, Doge Cash, Doge Swap, Baby Doge, Doge Killer, Doge Girlfriend, there she is, Doge Moon, and there's more. You get what I'm saying? So, and again, that's not including, or that's not counting Shiba Inu, Shiba Coin, whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like all the other Loki, I think that's the name of fucking Elon's dog. I mean, come on. And they're all shit coins, but that's not the point. You know what I mean? The point is, it's like a bet. Okay, that's all you're doing. It's a bet. So you putting money into Doge's girlfriend is just betting, thinking that Doge's girlfriend is going to get popular in the future because a lot of people would want to buy Doge. You know what I mean? Maybe women might want to buy Doge. Doge is expensive. You know what I mean? Because it's already 50 cents, $1, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, I can buy 10 billion Doge's girlfriend coins, and my God, I could become a millionaire or a billionaire or whatever. You get what I'm saying? By just spending a few $100 here. Well, if I spend a few $100 on Dogecoin, I'm probably just gonna get $500. You know what I mean? Or $1,000. Well, if I put the same money in Doge's girlfriend or Doge Killer or Doge Fi or whatever the fuck, I can make $100,000 out of my $100. You feel me? And so that's why we're literally, you know, and right now, that's why when I talk, and so many people out there talk about free money, and there's free money everywhere, and people just don't understand it. They're like, what do you mean? I don't have any free money. I'm broke. I got no money. It's like, you have no idea, obviously, what I'm talking about, but you need to look a little deeper. It doesn't mean like free money coming out of the sky. We already went through that, all right? That was all the stimulus checks and all the money the government was giving, which, by the way, that same government, the government now is saying, hey, you know, we're so broke by the way, they're not broke. They are, the last thing that they are is broke. I mean, they're printing into oblivion. But anyways, the point I'm making is that now they're saying, hey, you know, we might have to ask you for your stimulus check back or your unemployment or your PPP loan back because, you know, we're broke and we need that money. And you know, we have a lot of rich people, you're right, but we're not going to tax them, we're going to tax you. We're going to tell you that we're taxing them, but we're going to tax you. Look, right now, they're saying that they're going to come after the rich people, and yet they're going to be taxing every transaction over $600. Bro, that's every poor person. Every poor person paying rent, that's already $600 right there. You get what I'm saying? So they're really, it's come after you, man. That's it. You know, the rich person doesn't have their money in Washington Mutual. The rich person doesn't have their bank in Bank of America. The rich guy does not have any money in Wells Fargo. All these rich motherfuckers, they got all their money parked offshore in other banks in which they don't have to declare, and they're definitely not going to be, you know, checked on for every $600 transaction. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. You know what I mean? So all of these things is for you. You know what I mean? All of these measures, all of these things that are coming, every time that they say it's for your, you know, like remember, rules for thee, not for me. So everything that they're doing is to fuck with you, fuck your life up, make you poor, you know, make the wealth transition even worse, you know, meaning that you're giving more of your money to the rich and you're having less and less money. And not only do you have less and less money and value every day, but everything costs more expensive. You know what I mean? So of course, that's why when you put your money in whatever shit coin there is out there, even if it's a shit coin and it's a pure scam, which there's tons of them, most of them are scams, it's still going to go up in price because everything is going up in price. And if you know for a fact that if you hold these right here, that they're just going to keep getting, you know, they're going to keep losing value more and more and more every day. But if you put your money in anything, whether it's Doge's girlfriend or fucking Bitcoin or, you know what I mean, whatever the fuck is out there, at the end of the day, that's going to keep rising in price. Well, you know, most people, once they figure this out, they're not going to want to have these around anymore, and they'll just rather have whatever other shit coin there is. Whatever other coin there is, whatever flavor of the week there is. You feel me? I mean, that's what that's the world that we're kind of moving into right now. You already know, I talk about the future a lot. I talk about all these things that are going to be affecting us going forward in the future, but I'm just talking about the here and the now at the moment, because that's what's kind of like what's important. You know, you guys should already know where we're heading with this. And if you don't, check out my other videos talking about that. And we'll talk about that maybe next week. But right now, it's about what you're going to be doing to secure your wealth. And again, you don't have to believe in crypto. A lot of you guys are like, oh, I don't want to buy crypto because they can shut off the internet, shut off the grid, and I got nothing, and they'll take it all away. Hey, that's a valid point. Again, silver, you know, they can't shut the grid off on silver. If you got cans of beans, or you got dry beans, dry rice, you got water, you got alcohol, you got guns, you got all these things, that's not gonna turn off or disappear when the electricity turns off. So, you know what I mean? There's a bunch of things that you could look, man. If the shit really hits the fan and everything is turned off and we got absolutely nothing, all right, like no electronics, no phones, nothing is working, you know what probably the most valuable thing is gonna be? Alcohol. Okay, alcohol. And how do I know this? Because I've survived a few disasters, okay? And for anyone out there that's been through any disaster, you know, besides water, food, gasoline, you know, the major necessities there, one of the major necessities is, again, weed, it's alcohol, it's drugs, it's things like that. You know what I mean? So, you know, basically, even if you are just you know, having a huge supply of weed or have a huge supply of alcohol, and that's your, you know, that's how you're stacking, not stacking, what's it called, prepping. If all you're prepping, instead of prepping toilet paper and all this other bullshit, you're actually prepping bottles of alcohol. Listen, man, a bottle of alcohol is going to go a lot further than a silver coin at first. Eventually, the silver coin will become valuable again, and eventually, once a grid comes back on, you know, sure, you know, we got the crypto, we got all this other stuff, But at the end of the day, guys, you guys need to learn, you know, why you're doing these things, okay? A lot of people, again, if you want to make a quick buck, there's a way to make a quick buck. If you're looking to just preserve your wealth, there's a way to do that. If you're looking to, you know, again, like, if you're looking to become, how do I say this? If you're looking to better yourself, better your situation, better your family situation, you know, all of that shit, it's all about knowledge. Knowledge. I can go on and on. Knowledge. It's all about knowledge. The reason I've been able to, you know, gain so much, lose so much, gain so much, and just keep rinse and repeat and doing all the things that I do, it's all because of knowledge. Knowledge. Again, here, I got somebody that's gonna.
Knowledge.
Okay? And that's it, guys. And then what are you gonna do with that knowledge? You know, what are you going to do with that information? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? That's it. And there's no excuses these days, right? No matter how risk adverse you are, like I am pretty risk adverse. Even though I do a lot of risky things and I live a risky life and all this other shit, and I'm always out there doing all kinds of shit. I'm pretty risk adverse when it comes to certain things out there, like my money, you know what I mean, or like my wealth. And so I am not, out there, buying the next, cryptocurrency that just came out. But I know enough that if someone wants to pay me double in some cryptocurrency that I never even heard of, I'll take that, because at the very least, you know what I mean, I can trade it back for, you know what I mean, the money that he paid me, that he owed me or whatever. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not really losing any money, but at the same time, I could gain a lot of money, and I'm not really investing in it. You get what I'm saying? I'm just kind of like being given this. Now, so to me, it's like I understand enough. It's just like anything else. It's like if I get, some stock in some company, you know what I mean? Like, and knowing, like, for example, someone gives me a stock in like SpaceX. A lot of people might not believe in SpaceX or Elon Musk or going to the Mars or anything like that. But I'm not going to just, burn it or sell it. I'll probably keep that stock. I'm not going to buy that stock on my own, but if someone gives that to me, I might keep it, because I got a feeling, I have an idea, I got a, you know what I mean? In which I think that stock, that everything is going to, materialize into something in the future. You feel me? Whether it does or not, it doesn't matter. And so, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. And so things like that. But when I'm talking about like gold and silver and certain other aspects like that, these things are going to be valuable no matter what. Like a property, they're going to be valuable no matter what. And I can go on and on. Because look, guys, a lot of people out there, like I'm going to talk about the US, okay? I'm not talking about a foreign investment, because that's very easy. If you buy a foreign investment right now, you're getting a big bang for your buck. Let's say you buy property here in Mexico. You're buying a property that's very nice for a third or even a fourth of the price that you would be paying in the US or anything else. But even if you're in the US, okay, and you buy a property in the US and that property is valued at 4 times the amount of money that you think it's actually worth, that everybody knows. You already know that, for example, you want to buy a house, and that house is $250,000 US, but it's really being priced at $1 million. And you happen to have $1 million, but you don't want to spend that $1 million because you're like, bro, why am I spending $1 million on a house that's $250,000? Well, the reality is that $1 million that you have, when you first got it, it was under 250K. And the main reason that $1 million got to that point was because of inflation. Hyperinflation, but inflation. And the same thing that's happening to the house. The house that originally was 250 is now worth $1 million, and it was because of inflation. So if basically everything is inflating, in this house that you're now buying, okay, for $1 million that is overpriced, and you think that you're losing money, the reality is that you're trading it equal for equal. And the kicker is that when the whole system crashes and you don't have, and cash, pesos, and cash and pesos are not worth anything anymore, and you're not going to be able to buy a house no matter what the fuck, you're still going to have a house. You know what I mean? If you would have spent that $1 million on that house, you have a house. And let's just say that all of a sudden everything goes back to normal, and that $1 million house, okay, isn't worth $1 million anymore. It's not worth $250,000 anymore. No, it is worth $2,500. Okay, the house that you bought for $1 million is now worth $2,500, and you're thinking, oh my God, I lost all that money, I lost all that equity, I lost all that value. No, you didn't. Because at that point, there's not going to be a dollar, there's not going to be a US currency like that anymore, and whatever new currency you get, whatever new currency comes out, and now your house is worth $2,500, well, that $2,500 is the equivalent of $1 million hyperinflated, okay, or $250,000, the original price you paid for. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because if you would have kept cash throughout that whole time, you're broke, you got no house, you got nothing, you're probably dead. But if you would have at the very fucking least bought the house, when it all said and done, you got a house. You got a house. And if you need to sell it, you sell it for $2,500, and that $2,500 is going to be worth, again, $250,000. Because you remember, a lot of people are always like, oh, back in Grandpa's day, with 5 cents, I used to be able to buy the same that you buy now for $500. Same shit. You follow me? So that's kind of like how it's working. You know what I mean? That's how all that shit works. You know what I mean? So one way or the other, the rooster is going to come home to roost. All right. So what are you going to do? You know what I mean? What are you going to do about this? Are you going to keep sitting there and twiddling your thumbs and woe is me and this sucks and what am I going to do and they're taking all my money and I'm the victim and fuck the rich and all this other shit? Are you going to be doing that, or are you going to be bettering your life? Are you going to be using these tools in order to make your life, your situation better? You know what I mean? You should be thriving, not surviving. All right? And for anyone out there with a tiny little violin, anyone out there complaining about eat the rich or complaining about anything, listen, man, they deserve whatever the fuck they're going to get, all right? And it's not going to be good, but they deserve it because that's what they want. That's what they've earned, all right? Instead of being out there, educating yourself, making moves in order to better yourself and your situation, and going, doing all the right things that you need to do, doing the work. What I talk to you guys about on my channel with the motivation stuff, you got to do the work. If you're not doing the work, you're never going to get to what you want. You're never going to get anything. Again, the reason I'm doing these videos is because I'm continuing to do the work. I can very easily retire and I'm done out here. But then what? You get what I'm saying? I'm continuing to do the work. I'm continuing to, make my foundation more and more solid. Solid as a rock. Solid as a fucking pyramid, all right? It doesn't matter. I'm doing it because I want to do it, all right? And I know that no matter how solid my foundation is, when the shit hits the fan, it might not be solid enough. So I gotta do everything humanly possible to make sure I have the best possible situation. So when, whatever the hell happens, we're in good shape. Me, my horse, my wife, my dog, my family, we're all in good shape. All right. So again, what are you doing about it? Again, you can. There's all the information is out there. We're living right now in a moment in time in which I like to call the Great Enlightenment. Whether you like it or not, I know a lot of people don't want to. They think that they're living in the worst time in human history. We're not. I mean, the wealth gap. Yes, the wealth gap is one of the biggest it's ever been in human history. But it's not the worst time in human history. It's not the most racist in human history. It's not, we have less people hungry now than any other point in human history. And that could go on and on. We haven't had it this good ever. Humanity is at its peak, at its best. We're going to get better. I mean, I don't want to say peak. We're not at the peak. We're not at the plateau. We still got ways to go upward. But what I'm saying is that, we're doing pretty good when it comes to, the history of the world. Us humans right now, we're doing awesome. But a lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people don't want to see that. A lot of people, they want to continue being, woe is me. They want to be the victim and all this other shit. So what I say is that, look, I'm all about freedom. If you want to be a victim, if you want to cry and you want to fucking just be there, woe is me, I want to destroy this, destroy that, fuck this, fuck that, fuck you, fuck the world, go for it. Knock yourself out. It's not going to end well. Trust me. And again, don't trust me. You'll learn yourself. But if you're going to do the opposite of that, and take full advantage of the situation that we've all been given right now, then you're going to be very, very happy in a few years. Again, imagine that you are in the beginning of the 1920s, knowing the stock market crash was going to happen in 29 or something like that, and that it's just going to keep going up until eventually it doesn't. You would be taking advantage of that. You would be a millionaire by the time we got to 1929. So it's the same thing. We're in 2021, and you know where we're going with this. You could become a fucking millionaire, all right, by the time we get to 2028 and sell out and just fucking, whatever. And then when it all crashes and it all comes burning, it all comes crashing to the ground, the whole, the controlled demolition demolished this, the whole system. You're going to be fine because you're going to be not only out of the system, but you took full advantage of the system while it was still going. Again, you can be at the bottom right here. You can be the bottom 50%, or you could be in these other two lines, okay? It's up to you. Or you can make your own fucking line. It doesn't fucking matter. The point is that right now, most of us are in that red line. And it's up to you whether you stay there or not. And it's going to take a lot of gambling. It's going to take a lot of risk. It's going to take a lot of balls. It's going to take a lot of work. It's going to take a lot of failure, but you can do it. But what are your other options? Just sitting there twiddling your thumbs and failing and then having nothing to show for it at the end of the day? Or at the very least, taking some sovereignty over your own life, over your own future, over your own finances, over your own everything, and doing something about it. All right. And at the very least, when it's all said and done, if you're a millionaire, you can pat yourself on the back. If you lose it all, it's okay. You can say, well, fuck it. At least I tried. As opposed to just sitting there, all right, and doing as you're told and then knowing for a fact that you're going to be even poorer than if you at least tried. Okay? And then you're probably going to end up committing suicide or some shit like that because, again, you know why? Because you listened to somebody else. You didn't listen to yourself, and it's already way too motherfucking late. Don't be that. Don't be that guy. You can fucking survive this. You can thrive. You can, you can really, take this to the next level. But it's up to you. It's up to you. It's up to you whether you're going to be rich or poor. And again, it's not about money. Money is a tool that will help you get there. It's all about life. You know what I mean? Simple as that. You know what I mean? Are you rich in life? I know a lot of you guys that have made that move, whether it's move to Mexico, better your situation, reduce your cost of living, reduce some of your fanciness, and just start focusing on you, your life, your well-being, and all this other shit. You guys are already very wealthy, and you guys, again, I talked to you, most of you guys are in the chat, a lot of you guys know what's up, and once you guys get over that hump, you realize everything else is bullshit. Everything else is bullshit, it's as simple as that. And that's why, the people in power, the people that be, what they try to do is try to steer you away from all of that. They steer you away from, living a better life. Look, again, yesterday was Tuesday and I was at the beach all day. Who the fuck at my age can spend a Tuesday at the beach? Unless it's your day off, you know what I mean? Or you're retired early or whatever, you know what I mean? If you're living in that bottom 50%, you're not at the beach, all right, on a Tuesday, unless you're a bum and you got no job and that's where you live. I mean, which that's, I'm from Florida, that's a normal thing too. Bruh. Nothing wrong with that either. But at the end of the day, guys, you know what I mean? It's all up to you. It's all in your hands. Right now, we're living through one of the craziest times in human history. That is for sure. But again, are you going to be taking advantage of this situation, of all this free money, free wealth, free resources that are just literally being thrown all around you, thrown all about, and you're not grabbing it? Again, it's not about literally free money coming from a tree and you just pick the money. No, all the tools, everything you need in order to make money is there. So it's as simple as this. There is no money tree. There are no motherfucking money trees out there in which you can pick the money. But you know what there is for free all over the place? There's seeds, there's dirt, there's shovels. Basically every fucking tool that you could possibly need in order to grow a money tree is available. You're probably asking me, well, I don't know how to grow a tree. Learn to motherfucking grow a tree. I'm literally giving you the money seeds, okay, the money tree seeds. I'm giving you all the tools, all the fertilizer, all the dirt, everything you fucking need in order to build the most beautiful, fruitful money tree that you could ever think that would be possible. But guess what? Most people don't want to, do that, because that means that they gotta go through the work. They gotta get the seeds. They gotta sprout the seeds. They gotta plant the seeds. They gotta water the seeds. They gotta feed the seeds. They gotta sit there like an asshole for years while they wait for the fucking tree to grow. And then maybe one day, many years down the line, some fucking money will fall from that tree. But most people don't want to put that work in. Most people, they want the money now. They want to be rich now. They want to do all this. And by the way, when you do it like that, and you don't see, look, when you grow the money tree organically, and you take all the time to not just grow the tree, take care of the tree, make sure the tree is healthy, the tree is alive, the tree is whatever. You learn so much that worst case scenario, one day lightning strikes and burns down your tree, kills your tree. You can do another tree. You can plant another tree, even if you don't have all the tools, because you have all the tools. You have the ability to do it. Even if you don't have a shovel, you can make a shovel, create a shovel, buy a shovel. You don't have the dirt, you can find other dirt. You know what I'm saying? You can do it again. But if all of a sudden you just make the money really quick and you don't even know how you made it, not only are you going to lose it really quick, but you're never going to have the ability on how to do it again. You follow? And so that's why, I tell you guys, you can, there's a lot of, there's a lot of ways to make that money. The easy way, you know what I mean? Like, again, invest. Like, I already told you about Dogecoin's girlfriend, and that shit's not even being sold. So if you're a gambler, maybe explore that. Maybe go check that out. Maybe figure out a way to get some of those fucking coins. Because by the time that they're selling it on your app, by the time that they're selling that coin on the exchange, it's already gonna be up. Okay? So that's why you gotta do the extra work now. Now, you don't have to. Again, I encourage you guys to buy Bitcoin. To just do the easy thing. You know what I mean? Because again, you don't have to grow the tree from birth. You can already buy a mini tree, but as long as you know how to grow that tree and take care of that tree, then you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right. But if you buy a little mini tree, all right, wanting to grow it into a big tree, but you don't know anything about growing, it's gonna die. It's gonna die on you. All right. By the way, why am I talking about trees and shit like that? Because I'm trying to grow my own trees and I've been killing so many. I suck at it. But this last batch seems like they're coming out great. Yay! All right. So whatever. It is what it is. I'm learning myself as well. All right. We all learn. I'm not an expert in everything. So yeah, guys. At the end of the day, man. I hope you guys understand more as to what I am telling you guys when it comes to this stuff. And this is the kind of content I'm going to be creating when it comes to talking about crypto and silver and protecting your wealth and all this other shit. Because as you guys can see, not many people are interested in this subject. Now, if I'm talking about this when Bitcoin gets to 200K, we'll probably have over 200 viewers right now. You get what I'm saying? But since we're still, early or whatever, no one cares. No one cares. It's just the same as it ever was. Nobody ever wants to do the work. Whether it's losing weight or making money or building something, nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean? They wanted the easy way. They want to lose weight by taking a pill, not by exercising and eating right. They want to make money the easy way by, just betting on something and making money. They don't want to put all the work in order to make that money, to learn, to educate yourself so that you're always making money no matter what. And I can go on and on. It's so many things like that's just human nature, man. And so look, that's why I do a lot of the Monday motivation stuff. That's why I do these videos on this topic, or I'm on my Mexico channel talking about the things that I talk about there. You know why? Because most people don't fucking listen. You're looking at it now. Look at everything that's going on around you now. People don't fucking listen. They want to listen to what they want to listen to. All right? Look at all the evidence. Look at everything that's going on right now with the world and that certain, health emergency. And again, the reason we are in the situation as we're in is because nobody listens. Everybody wants to, say what they want to say, and they don't want to listen. They don't care. They don't care. You know what I mean? They are right, and that's it. And you know what I mean? And so it's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. If you have the ability to think for yourself, if you have the ability to not listen to the noise, not listen to whatever, and actually make a decision for yourself, you're going to be doing very well. But anyone out there that's still, you get what I'm saying? Just, listening to the herd, listening to, you know what I mean? To everybody else, it's not going to end well. It's just not. It's just simple as that. So, all right, let me see where we're at. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. We've already done an hour. Holy shit. What is it? All right. So let me read a few comments here. Benzomatic says, Doge girlfriend is a pump and dump by... Yeah, it is a pump and dump, man. But that's what I was trying to tell you guys. It's a risk. It is a gamble. It is all that. So it's the same thing. It's like the same thing. It's like if I'm telling you to bet on a football game, but knowing that it's a gamble. But knowing, hey, look, if you bet on San Francisco, there's like an 80 to 90% chance you're going to win big, but you could still lose because they're playing. Okay, it's the same thing. So, Dogecoin girlfriend, again, I'm just using an example because I thought it was a perfect example to talk about and describe a lot of the things that I'm saying. But it's not for the faint of heart, guys. You know what I mean? It's like anything else. Anyone out there that wants to gamble, anyone out there that wants to make a quick buck, anyone out there that knows a little bit about this stuff and is willing to, I don't know, sacrifice, whether, again, it's like buying a lottery ticket. It can have huge implications or not. But it's up to you. You got to make that decision. You got to make the decision if you're going to make your millions by working hard or if you're going to make your millions by buying a lottery ticket. You can make your millions both ways. All right? Both are valid. But it's up to you to make that decision. And knowing full well, the risks that come with both. You feel me? And again, it's not even about Doge's girlfriend. It's about all these other coins. And it's about all this other shit out there, okay? And it's the same thing because a lot of you guys might be like, oh, I'm going to invest in, DVIV coin. You know what I mean? Because blah, blah, blah. And I know the fundamentals. And I know the guy. And I know this. And Dogecoin's girlfriend could actually be a better project than that. You know what I mean? It's like, it's about many things. It's like right now, I can sell you a project and be like, hey guys, look, I got this project. I got this business idea out here in Mexico where I'm going to be selling popcorn on a stick. All right. Now, this popcorn on a stick thing, I'm telling you, look, I got a bunch of investors already. I already got a bunch of people that eat this and bought this and want this and da 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 da. And I can just eat your fucking brain on popcorn on a stick to the point where you're giving me money for popcorn on a stick. And popcorn on a stick can literally disappear overnight. It could be a pump and dump. I'm just pumping, all you motherfuckers up so you can give me money so that I can, create, popcorn on a stick. And then once I get all your fucking money from popcorn on a stick, I disappear. So it's the same thing, guys. All right. That's what you need to learn. Knowledge, information. That is the number one tool to be able to survive all of this. All right. Because again, someone's going to steal your money one way or the other. You know what I mean? If you don't take care of your money, if you don't educate yourself, if you don't know what you're doing, they're gonna take your money through Dogecoin's girlfriend or Shiba Inu or or the fucking popcorn thing or whatever. But again, if you know what you're doing, you can put money into the popcorn thing and take your money out and make money. You can put your money into Shiba Inu or Dogecoin's girlfriend or DVIO coin or whatever, or BBIO or whatever the fuck coin, and you can take your money out before it sells. And I can go on and on. It's risk. It's a lot riskier. All right, and it's a lot more difficult than this. It's a huge gamble, but that's an option. Again, doing it with Bitcoin, it's not a gamble. It's kind of boring. You're not really, you get what I'm saying? Like the gains are not going to be as much, and I can go on and on and on. All right, it's up to you. All right, but I'm not here. I used to poo-poo. I used to poo-poo on shitcoins. I used to poo-poo on a lot of these shit projects. I used to be more negative towards them. I used to be more against them because I'm all about the technology. But I've realized that at the end of the day, everyone's about the fucking money. Nobody gives a fuck about the technology. By the time they care about the technology, it's already on another level, and I can go on and on. And so why sit here and die on this hill alone? Why die on this virtuous hill of I am all about the technology. I'm never gonna buy Shiba Inu or Dogecoin's girlfriend or whatever fucking coin there is out there because I care about the technology and I don't want to support blah blah blah. You know what? I'm gonna if I believe that, it's have fun staying poor. And by the way, XRP, I'm gonna talk about XRP right now. Look, if XRP had potential to really go and blow up in the moon, I would put money in XRP right now because it's all about the fucking money, straight up. But since I know XRP is a dead project, and I literally have more faith in a shit coin like Doge's girlfriend than XRP, that's why I'm putting it in Doge's girlfriend. That's how little faith I have in that shit project, okay? So, but yes, I feel like an asshole for missing out on that and not investing in XRP back in 2017 and selling it at $3 or whatever. You know what I mean? So yeah, whatever. You know what I mean? But it's okay. Jose really likes Hexcoin. I mean, honestly, I'm not into Hexcoin, but I'm not against it. You feel me? And so that's the thing. That guy realized exactly what I'm saying a long time ago because he's been in this space for a lot longer. The guy that created Hex. And that's it. He's basically saying, look, if you're not making money right now, it's your dumb ass. You know what I mean? There's a million ways to make money, and you can die on that hill alone. All right, of like I am too virtuous to do X, Y, Z. All right, look, I'm gonna end it with this. All right, from the Wolf of Wall Street. Okay, I have been a poor man and I have been a rich man, and I choose rich every fucking time. All right? Because when I got to deal with my motherfucking problems, I'm going to have the ability, I'm going to have the resources, I'm going to have the tools, I'm going to have everything fucking humanly possible in order to deal with these problems that everybody has. As opposed to if I'm poor and I'm virtuous and blah, 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 you know what? I'm going to fucking die poor, die miserable, and die, you know what I mean? Like a horrible fucking life, living a horrible fucking life because I'm thinking that I'm too virtuous and too good and too whatever in order to make some money. You know, in order to just better my life and better my situation. So fuck that shit. I choose rich every fucking time. And if you got a fucking problem with that, go work at fucking McDonald's, all right? Because that's where you fucking belong. And that's it. And that's it. And all I'm saying is that there's options for everybody. And I'm not out here fucking telling you to gamble or anything like that. I'm telling you to choose wisely, all right? You got to figure it out. You got to make that decision. You got to think for yourself. But I'm telling you how all this is, and I'm giving you all the options, and I'm giving you, I'm describing this in a better way in layman terms so you can understand it a little better. But again, if someone's betting on football or going to Vegas and being a professional gambler and a professional poker player, I'm not going to hate on that. I'm not going to hate on a professional trader. I'm not going to hate on any of these people. In fact, I'm telling you to learn some of their fucking secrets. Learn the secrets of the rich. You know, again, not even about trading or gambling. Just learn, all the secrets of the rich. Read books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. All right? Read that fucking book. In fact, you guys want some homework? You guys want to learn something? Read that motherfucking book. And when you're done reading it, read it again. Read it again, all right? Read that fucking book, all right? And not just read that book, but literally cement what's in there in your brain. And then, once you're done with that, keep learning about that subject. Once you learn the secrets of the fucking rich, once you learn how to make money, you're going to figure out how easy everything else is. Because, again, making money is super easy. Keeping it is the hard part, all right? And that's just 100%. All right, I've made so much fucking money. I have made so much money in my life. For me and for others, I have literally forgotten. Okay? But you know why I'm always able to, no matter what risk I take, no matter how hard I go, no matter what lightning strikes hit me on the head, no matter what the fuck happens to me, I'm always able to get back up. I'm always able to fucking build again. I'm always able to fucking plant that tree again. In fact, not just plant trees, I plant fucking orchards. All right? That's what I'm doing with you guys. I'm not just planting my tree. I'm teaching you motherfuckers how to plant an orchard, plant a farm, plant. That's what we're doing. And as we plant all these trees and all this knowledge and all this money-making ability all over the fucking world, we're all going to be fine. All right? But we need to learn and we need to do these things and we need to put it into play. We need to do the work and start working and stop fucking sitting there playing our little violin. Because that's why they dumb us down. That's why they take all that knowledge away from you so that you don't have the ability. So you feel like you don't have a choice but to listen to them, but to do what they say, but to follow government orders, but to follow what they say, do what they do, say what, do all that shit. Do what they say or else. Because they don't want you to fucking know the real truth about, again, knowledge. They don't want you to know any of this knowledge, because if you know the truth, if you know the knowledge, if you know how you can plant the tree, if you know how you can teach others how to plant the tree, if you know how you can be self-sustainable, if you know how you can survive all of this bullshit, well, They can't scare you anymore, can they? That's why they literally take all that shit away from you. All right? That's why they take all that shit away from you. All right? So that's it. So knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. Right? If there's one thing that you need that is better than money, better than anything out there, it's knowledge. Because if you got knowledge, again, you don't have to. I'm not the only guy. What was that? I heard something out there. I am not the only fucking. Hold on a second. 1 second. Uno segundo. Let me. God damn it. Who the fuck is out there? Hold on. Some noise. 1 second. Sorry. It was just some neighbor, I thought it was for me or whatever. Yeah, because the wife stepped out for a minute. Anyways, I digress. But at the end of the day, it's all about knowledge, all right? That's why they try to take it away from you. Because notice that they don't take away the ability for you to make money. They don't take away the ability to do all these other things, because they know that if you don't have the fucking knowledge, you can make all the money in the world. You're going to fucking lose it like that. You're going to lose it like that. Look at all the rich people out there, whether you win the lottery, whether you're a professional football player, it doesn't matter who the fuck you are. You get that money and they lose it like that because they don't have the knowledge, the information that they need in order to not just keep it, but to rebuild it. All right? Yeah, I wish he was at the door. I wish Elon was at the door. That would be so awesome. I'll be like, all right, I'm out. Bye. Peace. I'm out of here. Anyways. I'm going to go fucking fly a rocket with my friend. Anyways. But yeah, man, it's all about that. That's really why they always do that. They take that knowledge away. Look, man, when I came out to Mexico, this is all documented, all right? It's all on my YouTube video, my YouTube channels, all right? It's all documented, but I came out here with nothing, absolutely zero. Nothing. All right. I only had I had two things. I had my knowledge and I had balls. All right. I'll say it. I don't give a fuck. I had balls and knowledge, and that was enough. All right. Enough to get me to where I am now. All right. All right. So don't even get me started. All right. I have documented it, and I am not the only one. Do you know how many motherfuckers have done exactly the same thing as me? A lot. And what does that tell me, and what does that tell you? There's a fucking blueprint. So there's an instruction booklet already. All right? So there's no excuses. I don't care how poor you are. I don't care how bad your situation is. I don't give a fuck. All right? I literally came from living on the street to being financially independent and having a bunch of you guys, you get what I'm saying, now benefit from all this. All right? So what the fuck is your excuse? All right, that's it. That's where I'm going to end it, all right? Hope you guys liked today's show. I think it was pretty good, man. Damn, I went off on a crazy fucking rant. But yeah, guys, I mean, look, I love talking about crypto and all this shit, but I know that most of you guys don't listen to this. If I'm talking about another subject, I got 40-something viewers. You guys are not listening now. Now, if I'm talking about crypto later on, you know what I mean? Like when we're at $200,000 per coin, then yeah, trust me, I'll have like 200 people in here, but it is what it is. So anyways, it's funny you don't like Elon. I'm not even going to get into that, all right? I like Elon and I like Jack Dorsey. And that we can save that for next episode, all right? We can save that for next episode because I know a lot of people, they hate those two people. But if you really know what the fuck is going on, you probably wouldn't hate them so much. You'd be hating other motherfuckers. Right? In fact, you probably wouldn't be hating anybody, all right? You should be focusing on your paper, all right? Keep your eyes on your shit. Fuck everybody else, all right? So, with that being said, I really want to thank you guys for being here today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I'm glad that I'm making these videos again every Wednesday. It makes me feel good that you guys are not only still interested, but you're more interested now than you ever have before. And I love talking about all this shit. And in fact, you already know, you guys are already getting a feel for how I'm doing these live streams again. All right, remember, I used to do these Wednesday live streams and it was all over the place. But now, we have a little bit more of, how do I say this? A little bit more of organization when it comes to all this. All right, like I'm picking a subject. I'm talking about that one subject. That's all we're talking about per episode. We're taking it as long as I got breath. I'm not taking it longer than when I need to. But at the end of the day, we are focusing with laser precision on certain and particular subjects and literally killing it, all right, with commentary, knowledge, information, dissecting it, and all that shit. Now, I do keep notes as to the episodes I'm going to be doing going forward and yada, yada, yada. Like I said, I had another episode that I wanted to do today, but I realized I think this is a little bit more important at the moment, to talk about this now instead of later, and then I can talk about this next episode. But what I'm trying to get at to you is, please, in the comment section, once this video is posted, let me know if there's anything in particular you want me to talk about. And I'll try to formulate, depending on, remember, not all of them are going to be winners, all right? Some of you guys are going to give me amazing suggestions. Some of you guys are going to give me some really horrible suggestions that I'm not going to even entertain. But it's okay, whatever. Give them to me. You never know until I see what's up and if I can turn that into a full episode. But that's what we're going to do. I want to be able to cover subjects that are not just important to you, but they're going to be very important to a lot of people. Because there's questions that you guys are asking that I don't even know that you're asking until you ask them. And not just you, but other people that you might know, and I can go on and on. So please, guys, please, I'm asking you, not just here in the comment section, but basically, in the Discord, which is a chat room, in Facebook, wherever you see me, wherever you find me, wherever you're out there and looking at me, please leave a comment. Please, interact a little bit, so that I know a little bit more as to what you guys are truly interested in for me to talk about. And you guys already know I'm not here to start dissecting as to, why XYZ person did XYZ thing. I don't care, all right? It's not even about that. It's not about living in the world you want to live in. No, it's about living in the world that we are living in. All right, we're not living in fantasy land. We're not living in dream world. We're not living in any of this shit. We're living in this world, reality, and anything that pertains to reality going forward. All right, you feel me? So I hope you guys get it. If you don't, whatever, it's okay. I still love you. So, all right, guys, I think that's it. Thank you guys so much. Let me give you a quick shout out. Thank you, Amputee Adventures. Thank you, Opie. Thank you, whoever the hell, I can't pronounce your name. Thank you, Benzo. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, IC. Thank you, everybody. Moon Boy, Mega Shredder, everybody out there. LEPCP. Sorry, I got dyslexia. Jaden. I haven't seen you in a long time, man. You've been here from the beginning. But anyway, shout out to all of you guys. I love you guys. Big hugs. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week, an amazing weekend. I will see you guys tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Eastern on the podcast channel. All the links are down below. All the links are below down here for everything. My website, the other YouTube channels, and everything else that I do. Remember, I am now making content on a daily basis. In fact, there's a video that's going to be dropping on my Mexico travel channel, okay, Jose Arteaga Travels. I'm dropping a video on that channel in 30 minutes. So at 3 o'clock Eastern, there's a new video dropping on that talking about immigration. That's right. A lot of you guys have a lot of questions on immigration out here and what's going on with all that. So please check out that video. And like I said, check out all the links below. And you already know, if you like this kind of content, please like, please subscribe, please share, please hit that bell icon so you know when I'm going live and I drop any kind of video or any kind of anything. But more importantly than anything else, please stay awesome. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Chill out, what you selling for? And then you would only let it climb. We'd be fine. My mama called. long. Seen you on Twitter, sunset shit done changed. Ever since your first song, I bought it all. Ever since the first dip, they said it's Tulip Mania. Now they always say congratulations. Long so hard, avoided liquidation. They never have the hands or patience. We had told and never sold, and look, we made it. Yeah, we made it.
We made it! We made it, motherfuckers! We made it!
Now I'm jumping on the Lambo, yeah, and my life moves slow-mo, yeah. When I open Crypto Pro, yeah, I'm a genius with the finance, yeah, and I buy it all.